Hi guys, I've said before and I'll say it again. I believe the only reason Rachel Johnson received her slot on LBC was because of her brother. The radio show wanted a high-profile figure, and the sister of one of the most controversial characters in British media and in politics likely meant she got the job. Through thick and thin, she has defended most of the actions of her brother. She hasn't agreed with all of them, but she has tended to provide a strange defence for many of them. With Boris Johnson resigning, she claimed here that if you ignore the things like lockdown and Brexit, he actually did a superb job. Have a listen to this tripe.
So, difficult. I think much of it is over the top and unfair, but some of it is justified and legit. The contempt, as some put it, towards the institutions, from the EU to the UK Parliament to the House of Lords to the honour system. I hear the critics on that, and indeed I have been one of them. As I said, I campaigned against Brexit. On the other stuff, the vaccine rollout, levelling up Ukraine, as I say to him myself, apart from getting Brexit and lockdown done, because I also didn't think lockdown was a great idea, you have been a superb and much underrated PM.
A superb and underrated PM. My goodness. So if you ignore lockdown and you ignore Brexit, now I actually disagree with her on lockdown, because Boris Johnson should have gone into lockdown sooner to save lives, and he shouldn't have come out of lockdown as soon as he did, because of course it was all economically driven. It wasn't wasn't putting health front and center. But how do you extract Brexit from Boris Johnson or Boris Johnson from Brexit? You can't. He's baked into it. It's baked into him. The whole reason he won the election, well, most of the reason he won the election in 2019 was because of Brexit. He lied to the public. I'll get Brexit done. Vote for me. We won't talk about Brexit anymore. And his answer to every question was, get Brexit done. What about failing schools? Get Brexit done. What about NHS waiting lists? Get Brexit done. We can't find jobs for our kids. Get Brexit done. So his answer to everything was get Brexit done. Of course, it was a lie, and it's what got him over the line. So you can't extract Boris Johnson from Brexit, and you can't extract Brexit from Boris Johnson. But if you were to ignore that, ignore lockdowns and Brexit for a moment, you still think he was a superb and underrated Prime Minister? What about the 40 hospitals he was promising to build? What about the 40,000 new nurses and 20,000 police officers? When it comes to the Irish Sea border, he lied to the people of Northern Ireland, although that could be something we would relate to Brexit. What did he actually achieve? Did living standards go up? Did people end up with more money in their pockets? Did the cost of living improve? Or get better, I should say. Did any of these things happen? Is there anything somebody can point to and say, yes, this is better because Boris Johnson was Prime Minister?
So, he did it his way, but is this the final curtain? Or will it be more like Elton John's Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour, which I remind you has had so far about 300 dates, i.e. will it go on forever? When he stood down as PM, he said hasta la vista. When he stood down as MP, he said that's it folks, at least for now. Well, I'm not going to comment on whether he should come back or not. In my view, politics is nasty, brutish, toxic and far too long. He's still only 58. There's still a tiger in his tank and clearly lead in his pencil.
Oh my goodness, this sort of, okay, there's a tiger in the tank and lead in the pencil, so Boris Johnson is still a spring chicken in a sense. There's still lots to go. He's a charlatan, a liar. He should be nowhere near politics. He should be nowhere near the levers of power. He embarrassed Britain on the world stage. He was a clown. But while people laughed at the beginning, they were not laughing at the end. It was a sad embarrassment. And he's going to bring down the Conservative Party with him. And some people may want him to go on, but what he's going to be doing is he's going to be causing trouble from the sidelines. The heckler. I don't have much respect for Rishi Sunak, but Rishi Sunak is the one who's standing up on stage, Boris Johnson will now be the heckler in the crowd, saying, oh, well, I would have done it better. And perhaps he will come back and claiming that he will do it better. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.